Hey guys, today's video, I'm going to try something a little bit different and new to me. All right. It's still a player requested topic, but instead of it being a tech video, I'm going to talk about the build of my First Strike T15 Shorty CQB setup. What I'll do for you in this video is give you a brief description or quick description of each of the parts I used in this build, its name, and if you have any further questions to how to install it or where to get it, even though that might be limited because I live in Canada and it sucks trying to get stuff, I'll help out as best I can. All right, now let's start with the business end of things and go to the barrel end of the marker. I'm going to pull out the barrel and I'll show you what barrel I've been using for the last few years. That being the Marksman Nano Rifled Barrel. Now this barrel is about 5 inches long. Surprisingly, it does well with round ball and does even better with first strikes. For 5-inch barrel, it's really, I like it. It's good. The muzzle brake itself is a custom build. I had this done by SAS Nicro. I just wanted a nice clean looking muzzle for the build and it worked out perfectly. Now for this season's indoor league that's happening, the MagFed League, I want to try this guy. This is the First Strike T15 Freak Insert Barrel. I'm really curious to see how this does with the indoor, we'll say, great quality round ball paint used. Yeah. I want to try the Freak Barrel. There's the insert itself. And I want to see if it helps the indoor paint get better, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. All right, next up, let's see. We will talk about the L-shaped foregrip. Now, this guy winds up being comfy for me. It has a knurled side to it, so extra little grip for you. Winds up fitting well for what I need and the way I like to play, at least one style I like to play. And it's the Airsoft version, so it wasn't super expensive. All right, next up, the Breek Arms 7-inch RG2S M-Lock Handguard. I like this thing. It's styling, at least it is to me. To that styling, I decided to add a couple side rails. Not only for looks, but more so I needed a rail to mount some flashlights, or a flashlight, more realistically. Because when I do play indoor CQB, it's not so bright. And having a flashlight is a definite bonus. So anyways, I found these guys, threw them on. I find it works styling-wise and makes me happy. All right, next up, we're going to talk about this guy. This guy is called the Ergo Never Quit Magwell Grip. Bleh. All right, the deal with this guy, it's rubber, it's comfortable. It adds a little bit of width to the magwell. In the heat of the moment, I'm either going to hold my marker like this or I'm going to hold the marker like this. Pretend there's a mag. This just adds a little bit of width to the magwell. Since I've got bigger mitts, it makes things a little bit more comfortable and the rubber's a nice touch. All right, next, the Odin Works XRS Extended Mag Release. Now they do come in different colors. They come in black, they come in tan. I'm pretty sure they come in blue and purple and all the other funky colors nowadays. Back in the day when I first started getting or buying these guys, red was the only other color. I kind of liked it. It stood out in the black, matte background of the marker itself. And I've been using that color since. Big mitts, extended button is a bonus to me. All right, next, Strike Industries Fang Trigger Guard. This guy is an all aluminum build. It's more for aesthetics than anything else to me. I don't really play outdoors with this guy, so I don't need the bigger trigger well, if you want to call that. But it looks funky, and I like it. It's nice. All right, next up, we got the BCM Gunfighter Mod Zero Pistol Grip. The dealio with this guy is it supposedly has a less degree angle in the grip, so then that way when you're playing, instead of your wrist being sort of cocked or angled funny and winds up getting tired over time, it has less of a degree, so it's more of a natural angle, apparently, and is comfy. I like it. It's one of the ones I found. I've tried Magpols. I tried the Strike Industry ones too. They're all right. This is still my go-to. It has a little bit of width to it too, so it's, again, more comfy with my mitts. All right, what's next? Next, we're going to talk about the one topic that I've had the most requests and questions about, that being the stock. Now, quick description. This is actually two stocks in one. First stock, or first parts of the stock. This guy and the guts that attach to your ASA are from the First Strike PDW stock. The rest of it winds up being this guy. It's the Amoeba Just Innovation stock Type A SBR knockoff Airsoft stock. All right. Which I happen to have a spare, brand new in box. Yeah. All right. So basically, what I wound up finding by fluke was that this guy wound up being the exact same diameter as this and seals awesomely. Like, it just seals, it works, doesn't move, it worked out well. It was a nice fluke that I found. But it did need a lot of modding to fit. Now, hang on, let's extend this guy quickly, just so I can do a side-by-side comparison. I don't know if you can see it well, but this and this wound up being, this guy wound up being cut a lot more shorter than what was originally built by the factory. And just the way it worked out. Had to get cut shorter. What are some of the other quick rundowns of the mods? Some of the guides had to get shortened and adjusted. One of the bigger ones was, let me try to do this without making everything fall over. Hopefully you see that. I had to do a cutout over here to make the fill nipple fit. That was a biggie, because if you can't do that, obviously it's not going to work for you. A couple other mods, you had to make some of the notches longer just so it would collapse properly. And just so your stock wouldn't keep on sliding out, I added this feature, this cutout with the little grub screw, basically copying the PDWs in the Airsoft version. So that way you can't yank your stock all the way out. Especially with me and having my monkey arms, or monkey-ish arms, even though it is nice and lovely to have multiple notches in the stock, that's where I have to play all the time. It doesn't matter. Fully extended, because, yeah, that's just what's comfortable. So, yeah, that's basically the rundown of the build. If you have any questions, again, please, by all means, shoot me a PM, post a message. I'll help out as best I can to tell you the names again, or to source out parts, or where to get it. If you're in Canada, bring the holy water, because you're going to need it. And yeah, again, I don't know how to end these videos, because usually I just do tech videos. And so that's it. Again,